Hey guys, Mr. 1 here, and welcome back to Let's Play Mario & Luigi Partners in Time. So, last time we cleared out Gritsy Caves and we got the princess back, but of course she had that shroom on her face, and the adult Bowser's actually, showed up in the present and has taken the princess. Well, they kind of accidentally fell in here, but now they fell into this time hole that led to this area, Thwomp Volcano, in the past, and now we're here to go after them. So, let's get started. I think I read this sign last time, but Thwomp Volcano Trail, beware of falling objects. We're in the volcano, kind of like a prehistoric setting, and it's a pretty cool area. But, well, look at this, we have some toads around here. Yo, this is Thwomp Volcano. You guys mountaineers too? We all are. And we're extreme. Yeah, you might have guessed, but from the name, but this is a volcano with lots of thwomps. Oh, there's also a scientist at the peak named Gadzooks, or Ollie Smokes or something. Gadzooks, that's weird. So I guess we do have a kind of a scientist, which, kind of like related to EGAD in the present. That's pretty interesting. God, there's blocks up there. There. Can you see them, man? Man, they're really cheesing me. Huh. You see there's a block up there. See the crevice? Unless your fly is an extreme hotcake, you ain't getting inside. Oh, and yeah, we have another block over there, too. And I don't care how extreme you are, unless you float, you can't reach the other block. They're totally not giving away what we're supposed to do here, but yeah. We're pretty much utilizing the moves. These are the moves that we got last episode where we could crush the babies pretty much, break their spines, and now they're like paper thin. It's like baby Paper Mario. Yes, that would be a great game. And we can go up here and we get an Ultra Mushroom. Now, just to make this a little more convenient, let's put the babies over here. And we also got this move where if we spin into the babies, they can just fly up like that. And if we hit this block here, it creates an opening to get to the next part. So yes, for Thwomp Volcano, it's kind of a tedious area in my opinion. It's okay in terms of, like, the music's not, the music's repetitive, but it kind of is in all areas, and it's a little daunting, but, it's okay. And I guess we might as well get started on the enemies in here, so let's get started with this first one that we have right here. Alright guys, we have enemies right here, and they are called Thwacks, but also in this area we will encounter other enemies, including Tanumbas, which are kind of like Tanuki Goombas. If you played Mario Bros. 3, you know what I'm talking about. And we also have palette swaps of enemies from Yoshi's Island, which are the red coconutters, and they're basically stronger versions of the coconutters we fought there, and now they're here. So, now with Thwacks, this should be pretty obvious to tell, but if they're green, they're going to go after Luigi. If they're red, they're going to go after Mario. They can also call for other Thwacks right there in the area. When they're spinning around like that, they do have a chance of changing to a different color, so you have to watch that. Because if they go to red, they'll just go for Mario, and while they're in the middle of that spinning animation, they could just go like either red to green or green to red, or they could stay the same. It really depends. And then they could also just fly above you and you have to smack them with your hammer, it depends. But also, once in a while, they will do a move where they actually turn completely yellow, and they're gonna pretty much kill themselves to do one attack where they'll basically break in two and you both Mario and Luigi have to jump over them. Oh god, how does that a back attack, dude? That's so stupid. I can understand the detection on that because I was like not quite facing it, but still, and I'm not paying attention. But I couldn't do anything about Luigi's case, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, Thwacks really aren't that difficult to deal with. They don't have too much health, and they are definitely the easiest enemies you're going to be dealing with here because their damage isn't that bad. See, that goes for Luigi because he stayed green. Even though he did a spin, you saw he did still stay green, so you do have to watch that. But yeah, overall, Thwacks, I would try to avoid them if possible because they're like the enemies that give the least experience in this area, I believe, and really they're just irritating to deal with. We got a red block, go to Mario. I do have a way of dealing with them easily if you want to. You can just use the Fire Flower because they're not like weak to it, but it does decent damage if you can get a lot of hits off with it. Obviously it does vary since it doesn't hit every enemy like individually, but you see it does like around 30 damage a hit, so it's not too bad. That's like probably a little more than half of their health. Oh, you see, that's the move I was talking about, like where they turned to yellow and I failed at dodging it, but you saw what I mean there. They will kill themselves in that last attack there, and it will go for both brothers, so you gotta watch out for that. But yeah, as you can imagine, this area is pretty much gonna revolve around using those moves we learned in Peach's Castle last time, because actually that's kind of an awkward thing to do. We just make it over with the adult bros? Yes, we can. Oh, but we can't make it over with that? No, we can just spin jump around, right? Yeah, like that, okay. And, wait a minute. I mean, I know you're supposed to use it with the babies, but I'm really lazy. Okay, yeah, we don't need to bring the babies over there. Which is kind of weird looking, I know, but I like to do things my own way. Okay, now for this part, what we need to do, of course, with the move we have, spin in the babies, and they'll go up here. We can get some trampolines, pretty cool, and get 1 coin, because it's really necessary. And also, I don't really get the point of why they have, like, 2 separate things here. Because you have this warp block, and I suppose the reason why you'd have that is you accidentally throw your babies off. Oh, maybe that's kind of why. So you have this block so you can actually throw the babies down. I'm retarded. I didn't notice those blocks that were there earlier. You can actually drop down and hit them right here. And then you can just call them back up, like so. And you can have them try to drop back down again. So let's try this again. And, no, don't, come on. Okay, throw the babies, and perfect landing, actually. That was really good. And now throw the block here, but yeah. In case you accidentally fall off or you're trying to go for those, that's why that's there. I suppose, like, at first, I was thinking, well, I mean, I guess if you accidentally fall off, then that's kind of a reason why, but didn't realize those blocks actually led down there. Oh, come on. Okay, at least I didn't get back attack, that's okay. Flanks, again, not really a big deal. We still have that first chance badge, or whatever the badge is, I forget the name of it, so we can do some pretty good damage right off the bat. It goes for Mario, get rid of him. And as you can see, I really don't need to keep explaining that, but just as a reminder, they will switch colors occasionally. They're more likely to actually switch to the other color of the brother. That made a rhyme. And of course, they can keep calling... I pulled my hammers out way too early, but that's okay. Just, again, try to avoid these guys. The only reason I'm really just going through fighting is that I accidentally ran into them. And I don't really think I've run from any battles yet. And they keep calling Thwax over, and that's really starting to irritate me. I'd really appreciate if they would just die now. Let's just get rid of this guy. And now this guy should be dead in just 1 more turn. And get out of here. And look at that, Baby Mario goes to level 17, so that's pretty cool. Okay, what are we gonna level up now? Let's see, how's his HP doing? We could go for that. What's his defense like? Maybe his power's not... Well, I mean, we could go for any stat, really, but I think his defenses actually work, so let me try to get that 4. Got the 4, very cool. Alright, and Baby Luigi gets to level 17, too. It's kind of weird how the babies are actually in front with leveling, but they did get separated at 1 point, and they did get a little extra experience than us at some parts. Baby Luigi's speed's okay. How about his power, his defense? Let's go for his HP. And we got a 1, oh well. Again, any stat boost helps. It does help to get as many as you can, but just a few digits isn't going to make a giant deal. We could cheat these blocks out right here by getting the adults and the babies on the same platform, which is kind of hard to do. So we don't have to worry about being separated for that brief period of time. I really want to avoid those. And as you can tell on the battlefield, the, what is it? The red flags actually move a little bit faster than the green flags, and by a little I mean quite a lot, and the green flags are just like, whatever. So yeah, for this next part, extreme danger. What does that say? Crevice on the left is off limits to wafer-thin trespassers. Using the propeller inside the float is also negatory. Stay away, go away, stay out of it. Okay. And of course we're gonna do the exact opposite. Let's crush the babies like so, and let's bring them in here. And the neat little thing right here, the mechanic, we can actually get lifted up into the air like that. But before we do, don't we have an item that's over here? Kinda, maybe, possibly. Okay, maybe not, I'm just fooling myself. What we want to do is just ride the wind up here, and you want to step on these blocks right here. And when you step on these blocks, you automatically transform back into your normal baby selves, so it doesn't really matter how fast you make it up, as long as you can make it to the top before... What's it called? As long as you can make it to the top before, you know, if you make it through the wind before you turn normal, then you're fine, because they're not going to float up there if you... Wow, was that really happening? Oh, there's actually a bean up here, so let's just go grab that. There we go. And let's go around the bridge this time and actually hit that switch that we knocked down, because as you saw when we were just up there, we knocked down a block that had the, you know, thing on it with the hammer, and by doing that, we can have the adult bros hit that and open the door that's on the top there. That's pretty much going to do it for this first area, but before we... Oh, wait, that's another thing. We actually need to go in 2 times if you decide to go for that bean right there. So let's crush them yet again so we can get back up there. And the way it works is that we need... Baby Luigi, get up here, you sluggish person. The way it works is that only the babies can make their way up here. There's no way the adults are actually going to manage to do all that. So once you get over here, you will have a warp pipe block, so you don't have to worry about that. As a general rule of thumb, and I think I've explained this already, but just in case I haven't, whenever there's going to be this blue pipe here, which signifies the end of a specific part of the area, there's always going to be a warp block, so you never have to worry about that in specific. Now, this is like the second of the 3 parts to this area, so we're actually making pretty good progress. We're only about 10 minutes in so far, so that's pretty cool. We actually have what appears to be a thwack over there, but if you look closely, we actually have a new enemy on our hands. It is a Tanumba. Now, Tanumbas are a very tricky enemy to deal with. They're actually probably debating. It's hard to debate, but they're definitely up against some of the worst enemies in this area. Well, I mean, there's only 3 enemies, but they're up there with the red coconut as between being hardest enemy in the area. But I think they just take it by a little bit, because the Tanumbas do have quite a lot of attack, and really they're just hard to dodge in general. They can do attacks where they'll spin around in like a spiked Koopa shell kind of deal like that. They'll transform into either a really light balloon, which takes its time to make it down to you, which you have to time carefully. And they can also turn into a thwomp when they're above you, and the respected brother actually has to knock them out of the air. Let's see, is this one going to be a thwomp? Yeah, it is, so... And that one does a lot of damage, as you just saw there, and I really have a bad time at dodging those, and Luigi is about to die, so I better get out of here. But as you saw, they give like 80 experience each, so... If you can actually fight a few of them and you can tank them, it's definitely worth it to actually fight them, because fighting them IRL is a good source of experience. Now, you might be wondering how you're going to get that green, like, there's a bean up there, but you can't quite reach that. There's an indentation in this block here that's, you know, significant for a reason, so that was kind of dumb, but let's spin into the babies again, and you can make it right onto this little part that's, like, caved out of the block, and that's how you get the bean on this side. For this next part, let's spin the babies yet again, because we need to cross this pit, okay? Spin the babies, because a normal jump's not going to cut it. Like so, and now the adults can just make it across on their own, like that. Let's grab this beam that's down here, and can the babies make their way back up there? No, they need help from the adults. That's pretty cute. Just have the adults help you up, and we're good to the next part of the screen. Alright, and we have red thwacks. I'd like to avoid those because they're kind of stupid. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is crush the babies, like so, because they need to be thin for this next part. And that green thwack, I don't know what the hell he's doing. I can't get into this crack in the wall. We have a few items in here, as you can tell. Right here, there's 20 coins, and we're already running out of our ability to freaking, you know, stay shrunk. And over time, it actually does, as you see right there, run out even during a cutscene, so there you go. This green thwack can just go away. Oh my god, green thwack, nobody likes you, get out of here. Tanumba, okay, that was good. I think I'm going to fight that Tanumba off screen, so give me a bit because of the good experience it gives, so hang on guys. Alright, now we've dealt with him, and I think since I really don't have anything else to talk about again for a little while, I think I'll go over a few things. How I know that my updating schedule has been horrific for this Let's Play in general. I mean, let's face it, I've been doing this game for like 5 months now, and we've only uploaded like 20 videos, and I really apologize for that. It's like completely counterproductive to what I used to do, and also I apologize for that. Oh, but we have a new enemy here, so let me cut that out, but yeah. But it also seems that it seems to be a tradition for me to do these games. It takes me forever to like do these games. And speaking of me doing those games, if you've guys been hearing Nintendo Direct of recently a few days ago, you people would be aware of that there is in fact a 4th Mario and Luigi game being made right now, and that Nintendo has not hinted at it in the slightest over the past few years. It is called Mario & Luigi Dream Team. It's the 4th game in the series made by Alpha Dream and Nintendo, and it's scheduled to be released in the summer of Japan, so pretty excited to see what that's like, but yeah. My throat's kind of dry, so sorry if my voice is kind of weird, and I'm coughing a little bit because my throat's dry, and I'm going to cut that out, so if you see like an awkward pause, that's why. Mario has reached level 17. I think we're going to go for his defense, so let's try for that. And we got a 1. Oh well. Luigi gets to level 17 as well. He's probably not going to get the best level up either. Yeah, his defense. Oh, we won that. I really won that fucking 6 right there. Got a 6. Very nice. But yeah, we have ourselves a 4th Mario & Luigi game, and that's going to be on the 3DS in summer of Japan. And it's unannounced where it's going to be in the US, but I can definitely see I'm probably going to hop on that game relatively soon. Like, once it becomes available in the US, I'm going to start doing that. So, little anticipation for people who like me, who know me for these games. That's definitely a future project coming whenever it gets released, probably. I'm not sure if it's going to be a day 1 LP, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to do it pretty much almost as soon as it comes out, so it's pretty neat. This is like just news to me the other day, and I just failed to like drop down on that item. Are you kidding me? No. Okay, I never run from enemies, but in this case, the babies versus these enemies, you really don't want to mess with them. And I can't mash today, god damn it. Okay, there we go. You do lose some coins from running away from battles, as you see right there, but it is not worth it. You are going to get scalded by these enemies, and you're going to get completely thrashed if you're the babies trying to do this. So just take my advice and don't go for it. But before we keep going on with the next screen, we want to go back over here because there's one more bean I want to pick up. Actually, I'll say screw that, and I'll want to go back over here because we have ourselves, as you remember, there was a platform I could have dropped down to, but I didn't earlier. And it does have a red coconut on it, so this is almost somewhat like suicide. So I really need to be careful. He needs to go up more, go up more. No, don't go down, go up, go up, go up. No! I'm not coming out of this hole until you move up. Go up, go up, go up. Thank you, okay. And let's quickly move, and we're out of there. Good. In that little block right there, we got the counter badge, which I guess we can just quickly look at, since I really don't do a good job at looking at the specific badges we got. The counter badge increases damage done on counterattacks. I believe we could have gotten that at the shroom shop back in Princess Peach's castle, but of course I didn't buy that because it costed too much, and we could just get one for free in this area. We have some more toads. We have some more toads in this area. This gear here, you see this? I mean, I can tell it's extreme, but what's it used for? I'm gonna go out on the limb here and guess that it's for spinning a propeller. If you were fly enough to trap the air, you'd float, catch some huge air, right? And if you spun this gear, the propeller would speed up and you'd catch huger air. Yeah, any flat dudes in the wind current would catch the most extreme air ever. Whoa, I kinda started frothing at the mouth there. Still, it's pretty sweet guess, right? So as you can guess, what we need to do here is crush the babies yet again, because obviously they're just like screaming to use this move here. We have this little wind current yet again, and if we go over to the left, you can see there's another item here, which is just a few coins, not even worth it. But with the propeller action right here, we can actually spin this, and they can send the babies ridiculously high up, and we can get ourselves some pretty nice items, and there's like several coins in that, so let's grab that. Coming over to the right here, we have a block that we absolutely need to hit, so let's just go and do that. By doing so, we have ourselves a bridge that's created on the other side, and let's get the other coin here for the hell of it. But before we go do that, let us spin them one more time, because there's a couple items we still failed to get. So let's go back inside. Let's hook it to the left. And let's get the propeller action going again, and what the hell, okay. And there was one we missed right here, let's grab that, it's a 1-up super, pretty cool. There's an item right there that we didn't get before. And also, yes, you do see that the wind does die off after a certain period of time. Not really that important, because it does last quite a while, but there you go. Okay, and now we finished that screen, and we're almost through this entire area, practically. But we still have a few more parts to go, and there's one last part after all this, like a few more sets of screens. Okay, let's get this bean right here. They do throw quite a few beans in like awkward places because they're just doing that on purpose. We're getting trolled by these thwacks here. They like don't want us to pass, but we're doing some slick dodging. Hit this right here, get some ice flowers. Worth it to get those because they can reduce status effects and nerf enemies' defense and offense and stuff like that. There is a block here, let's hit that, which is super mushrooms, and the Tanumba snuck up on me, the bastard. Okay, after that unwanted pest, like, bothering us, let's actually go up and continue on with the rest of the screen here. This part is a complete trap, but we need to get through it anyway. We have a coconutter that's up there, and I never explained them when we fought them the first time, but yeah, all the same moves as the coconutters from Yoshi's Island, but they're just stronger, more defense, more HP. And they are evil. I did not mean to completely run into them like an idiot. Run away. That is my complete and honest strategy for that. If you happen to run into any of these enemies with just the babies, run the hell away, because you're not going to have a good time fighting them. Just take my word for that. We could go to the right, but before we do so, we want to... Actually, let's make our way to the right with both the characters right here. Okay. And drop down right here, and we have ourselves a block that we can't hit, but drop down one more, and we have ourselves a beam we can get, and another block we can get as Baby Luigi. So that's okay. But now we want to go back as the adults, come over to the right here, and hit this pipe. So we can get the babies back over here, and actually I think it wouldn't be a horrible idea to leave them over here for a little while. Just because we don't want to screw this up. Okay. Hit this block for a few coins here, and if you go under here, we can actually find another block, and this one contains block trousers. And if we check those out, let's go to our equipment and block trousers. What do those got? They give you a huge boost in defense, and if you check this out, it really doesn't affect anything. Our defense isn't as good as Luigi's, so I think we're gonna put that on Mario. So there we go. Doesn't really do anything bad for you. In fact, it only benefits you, so that's a good little investment to make there. I left the babies up here so we can just bring the adult bros back up. And now that we've done that, we're pretty much done with the area. There's a few more things to go through, but we're on the last part of this section right now. And as we can see, just taking a look at the top map, we have a house on the far right that looks really familiar, but I can't quite put my finger on it. Well, I mean, I can, but I'm not going to spoil it in case you're not getting the idea yet, because once you realize what it is, you realize that we have quite an interesting little twist on things coming up. This last little part doesn't really have any enemies in the first half, only on the last few screens, so we're pretty much safe for a little while. Unfortunately, we have one last annoying puzzle to go through here with shrinking the babies down with an air current. Okay, and now they're in position. Let's spin this. Let's just go over and hit this block at first, get 20 coins. Let's go over again. Let's spin this for a second time. I didn't mean to do that, but before we actually go over there, we're going to go directly down and far to the right because there's a block right here. Contains 1 coin. I know that was completely necessary, but I had to show it off anyway. Let's go back out and shrink the babies yet again. So use the balls to shrink. Using balls to shrink babies, that's a great parenting technique. Spin the propeller again, and let's go up. This time, let's get a few more things. Let's wait for the platform to come over, and here we go. So now we just have to wait and ride this whole platform over, like so. And jump over here. Make sure you don't miss that jump that's coming up. And booyah. And that moves out of the way, and now we have a few more items we have to try to get. I just missed one that's over there, and I'm debating whether to go back for it. Fine, whatever. There's one more item I want to get, and I'm wasting like another minute of my time trying to do it, but it's only a minute. Not even. Let's just go grab it. Come on. We can do it. Let's try hard mode. Okay. Spin the propeller. And yeah, it's just directly below this cloud right here. There we go. Hit that. Baby Luigi, come on. Ultra drop. It was kind of worth it, I guess. And now the babies come out again, and let's get this last bean of the area. I'm pretty sure there might be one or two more throughout, but that should be one of the last ones we get. Coming up through here, we have ourselves. Ooh, you'll actually see that there's kind of like a misty aroma or like smoke or something in the area, and you might be wondering where that's coming from. And again, we actually do have ourselves. This is a really shitty position to be in right now. We got out of it, but we are actually nearing the top of the volcano, as you can quite clearly see all the way on the top screen right there. In fact, the next screen is actually the volcano peak. And we're going to try to avoid the enemies here by jumping around them. There's one block over here. Yes, there is. Green. Oh, no, that's a Tanumba. Fuck. I guess on the bright side of that, we did get quite a bit of experience from that, like 250, so I guess it was okay, but no one leveled up from it. We make our way to the volcano top, and oh my god, look at this! It's the... oh my god. I keep saying oh my god too much. Yeah, it's Princess's tiara. Isn't that interesting? Travesty, if Princess Peach's tiara is here, could it be that she and Bowser tumbled into the volcano? That's a good chance. Oh my god! And the volcano erupts right as soon as we get here. That's not good. I cannot compute our ill luck. Our timing is beyond horrible. If we don't put a stop to that eruptionizing, we're doomed. Yeah, it's not a good idea to stay around here. We have all of these kinds of... Mind the explosification. Flee, we must find a spot to contemplate our next move. Okay, he doesn't want us to go anywhere near it. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna call it an episode, I want to say. But there's a few more things I want to do. Like, I want to explore the area a little bit more and pick up some other last-minute items before we make it to the very end. And there's a few of those around the area right here. That Thwomp is gonna troll me. I know he is. Not today. Ugh. You won't get me, I swear to God. Okay, green shell's not even worth it, but I had to get it anyway, just to make sure. We have one more screen to go through, and this is it before we reach the end. There's only a few more blocks. We get ice flowers there. Going over here, there's a block up there that I missed, but we can go up this way. Get ourselves 1 coin. Actually, no, that's a Thwomp. I'm so stupid. Yeah, they can do that to trick you a lot in this. And we can go around the left side to get this block over here to avoid the encounters. Like so, only 10 coins. I mean, I suppose that it's kind of irritating that they do put it in, but you're not going to know what's inside the actual box until you hit it, so, yeah. We need to spin this propeller, so, let's do so. No, don't roll into a ball, come on, dude. Spin the gear, and we open the door to some weird-looking house, which, if you haven't picked it up by now, it kind of looks like someone we know. And we interrupt this little scene of a volcano erupting and possibly going to destroy this entire volcano area to return to peaceful music at the base and hit this switch. So now we can create ourselves a little place to make a shortcut back from the very beginning of the area so we can get to the entire end area from the start now that we've gone through it at least once. Now that's over, let's go back to Panic, and there's several things going wrong, including the volcano, there's enemies everywhere, what the hell are we gonna do? Find out next time on the next episode of Let's Play Mario & Luigi Partners in Time. So guys, I've been Missmaster1, thank you for watching, this has been episode 21 of Let's Play Mario & Luigi Partners in Time, and I will see you guys in episode 22 for where we go inside this house and see what lies in store. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe for more content coming soon, I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye guys!